Let's talk about the 5 biggest myths about book marketing that are keeping business owners from using their book to actually grow their business. Hey, I'm Michael DeLon with Paperback Expert. After helping over 250 business owners become best-selling authors and generate high-intent leads, I've seen many misconceptions stop people from using their book to actually grow their business. But here's the thing. Most of the business owners we talk to come to us with at least one of these myths in their heads. And those myths are the reason why they aren't starting to use their book to grow their business. So today we're busting those myths one by one, starting with the one I hear the most. Myth number 1, becoming a bestseller is the end goal. I just want to be a best-selling author. Well, a lot of people think once their book hits bestseller status, the work is done. The floodgates open and the world beats a path to your door. Like you can sit back and relax and just watch clients roll in. And look, hitting bestseller is powerful. In fact, at Paperback Expert, we launch every book to be an Amazon bestseller, guaranteed, because it instantly elevates your credibility. It's the difference between being an author and being a best-selling author. And in the eyes of your prospects, that extra word matters. But bestseller status is just the beginning, not the finish line. Too many business owners treat the bestseller launch like crossing the tape at the marathon. They celebrate, take a few victory photos, maybe frame a screenshot of their #1 ranking, and then they do nothing. They go to the locker room and they sit. No distribution plan, no strategy, no marketing plan, no clear idea on how that book fits into the rest of their marketing. And then they're disappointed when 6 months later, nothing's changed in their business and they go chase some shiny object somewhere. Your book only works if you work it. Bestseller status gives you authority, but authority only matters if you put it in front of people. Take that best-selling book and weave it into your day-to-day marketing. Send copies to prospects before a sales meeting so they walk in already warmed up, already knowing you. Offer it to a podcast listener or a speaking audience. Drop it in a LinkedIn message instead of a cold pitch. That's when the book stops being a trophy and stops being a valuable tool. One of our clients, Brad Pistole, uses his book on this radio program as a call to action. People call and request his book. He mails his book out to them. They read his book. They bond with him. They believe what he says, and they schedule appointments. And I think Brad told me recently he closes 70% of the people he sends a book to. When they read his book and they come in for a meeting, 70% closing rate because of that book. How would you like that working for you? Myth number 2, I'll make money selling copies of my book. Now, this one's everywhere. Someone decides to write a book and thinks, if I sell 10,000 copies at $20 each, I'll earn $200,000. But hey, you're not going to get rich selling books, okay? And that's not a bad thing because the money from the book isn't in the sales. It's in the clients. And even if you sell 1,000 copies, that's not life-changing money. Here's the better question. What if just one of those books landed in the hands of someone who became a $10,000 or $25,000 or even a $100,000 client? That's the math that actually matters. That's the math we focus on. You don't want your book to build an income stream. You need them to build a client stream. A box of 50 books costs you a few $100. But if you hand those books to the right 50 people, that's not a box of books. That's a box of sales waiting to happen. And that's what we call ROI. Myth number 3, once my book is on Amazon, readers will just find it. This is one of the most common misunderstandings we hear from new authors. They think the second that their book is listed on Amazon, a flood of readers will discover it, as if Amazon is some kind of magical book vending machine that automatically markets for you. But Amazon is not a marketing plan. Listing your book there gives you credibility, and it should be there. It's essential, and it matters. But if you expect Amazon to send you a steady stream of clients on its own, you will be waiting for a very long time. The books that turn into real business building tools don't just sit on a page hoping for a click. They're handed to prospects at events. They're mailed to referral partners with a handwritten note, and they're offered as a lead magnet on websites, mentioned on radio interviews and podcasts, and DM'd to people who could become clients. Amazon is a powerful platform, and your book needs to be there, but it's not the full solution. Your book only becomes a true lead generation engine when it's put in people's hands with a purpose. Myth number 4, I have to do all of the writing myself. Well, this one stops more potential authors in their tracks than any other. They picture themselves sitting in front of a blank page for hours, trying to turn all of their expertise into clean, polished chapters, and the thought alone is exhausting. But here's the thing. Business owners with Paperback Expert that we work with, well, they aren't writers. They're thought leaders. They don't have the time to sit down and write. And they shouldn't be doing that. That's not your expertise. You're running a company. You're leading a team. You're serving clients. Writing a book doesn't fit in between meetings. It needs to be a priority. That's why our process is built around our speak to write system. Instead of writing, you speak your book to one of our professional human writers. You hop on calls and Zooms, and you share stories, you answer questions, you explain your framework, and you answer questions from a professional writer who knows exactly how to pull out your best insights. Then our professional writer turns what you tell them into your manuscript that's in your voice, with your stories, without you writing a single word. When you hear someone say, writing a book, you think of endless hours at a desk. When we say it, it means showing up, sharing your expertise, and letting our team do the heavy lifting for you. Myth number 5, books are just for thought leaders. This myth comes from the idea that books are only for celebrity entrepreneurs, Ivy League professors, or people trying to land a TED Talk. But the reality is far different. You're not writing to impress peers. You're writing to attract clients, like lawyers who want better cases, financial advisors who want clients who already trust them, consultants who want to shorten their sales cycle. A book isn't a vanity project. It's not about being a thought leader unless that's something you actually want. It's a business tool that positions you as the go-to solution in your niche, the person that people think of first when they need the problem that you can fix. We've had so many clients do this, and it's one of the reasons our books work well, as we take your story that's unique to you, and we craft it into a book that you can hand and put in people's hands so they can read it, they can bond with you, and they reach out to you when they need your service. It's powerful. It leverages all of your marketing and media, helps it to work better, and your income grows, because being an author actually moves the needle on getting more appointments, gaining more clients, building more referral sources, and growing your revenue. If you've been believing some of these myths, you're not alone. Most business owners do. But the moment you stop letting them hold you back, everything changes. If you're ready to create a book that actually grows your business without writing it yourself, without waiting years, and without wasting time on outdated marketing, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Click the link in the description below to schedule a call with me. Let's talk about how you can make your book a powerful lead generation tool for your business. It'll work 24/7. We're ready to go if you are. If this video has helped you see what's really possible, remember to like, subscribe, and watch the next video.